Hey there, welcome to the first video of this project and one of the many projects that you're going to be seeing on this channel. So basically with this project, quickly getting right into it, this project is basically going to be a recreation of uh, the city, Kitchener-Waterloo, and the game city Skyline. My background basically was, an architecture student, kind of grew up always into design, urban planning, just always kind of gravitated towards the games of city simulations, building games, stuff like that. Naturally, I kind of started playing this game for fun originally, but then, I decided let's take it to the next level. Let me try my best to make a recreation of my city. And not only, just for fun to just recreation, but also hoping to see. This is one for those that don't know. Basically, City Skylines like one of the most realistic, or as close to realistic as you can get with a game simulating a city. So you got to worry about a lot of infrastructure things, roads, even traffic. So hopefully, like for example, every single person in the city has a job. They go shopping. They have routes they take. So once you provide transport, they're bound to take that. Just a simple example of kind of the intricacies of the game. So the goal, yes, for fun to recreate the city, but also trying to gauge, once we have the recreation of the city as realistic and as close to the real city as possible, seeing how much it replicates the city as is. So kind of just seeing, if we build it as is, replicate it as is, how close of Kitchener-Waterloo is it going to represent? And then once we see that, we can maybe try to test some different projects, transportation projects. It's easier to do things in a game than spend millions of dollars and seeing how it goes that way. So, if this game can provide a realistic view of things, that'll be fun. But the main part of the project is basically recreating the city as close to reality as possible, as close to scale as possible. Obviously, it is a game. There's going to be challenges with that. So, just trying my best to make it as realistic as possible. Without further ado, let's get into it. And this is kind of just so yesterday I originally started. I originally started just making the map. I was originally thinking of just starting off with a blank slate, making all the highways, everything through the project, but I ended up, it was much easier to just create the map with the highways and the river. So here, I will actually switch over and show you guys what the city is looking like, just in case you're kind of unfamiliar, maybe you're from somewhere else. But this is kind of, we'll switch over to satellite so you can, if this will switch. There we go. So this is kind of the city. We have a major highway running through here, and then we have another highway basically connecting to another major highway that cuts throughout the whole city, throughout most of southern Ontario, where the city is located. So basically what I've gone ahead and we also have a river running through here. So what I decided to actually go ahead and do, if I can find my map here, what I've gone ahead and done is actually yesterday, it took me the whole day actually, but I went ahead and made a map of, let's just search. There we go. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just load it in. I kind of wanted to. Let's see if I can maybe. Okay, there we go. There we go. So the real Grand River, because there's actually a map called the Grand River, which is actually in like a way it was very similar to the real Grand River. So I wonder if they did get inspiration from the game. But there was some differences, so I can really reuse that. I tried to, but it didn't work out. I wanted to make it as close as possible, and the river was just different. So I named it the real Grand River because I'm replicating the real Grand River that we have here. Oh, I'm just realizing now that this is my first episode. You gotta bear with me. I am gonna make some mistakes. I was on the Google search. Actually, I could probably just go through there, show you guys. So basically, this is the river. I recreated that, and then I made these highways into the map. And holy, I don't know what it is with this game, but highway ramps are a pain to make. Like, and they take up more space than they do in real life. So basically, I took an overlay. What you can do is there's mods in this game where you can add an overlay image on top of the game and then trace over it. So that's what I did kind of for the river and then the highways. So there were other ways to go about this that could have been easier that I've seen other people do. There's mods that you can basically just load up what they call a height map, and it traces all the terrain for you and the does all the changes in the terrain for you. And then there was another mod that you can basically get an open street map, throw it in, and it makes the streets for you. I did try to do that. The height map, I don't know if there's no data. There was not a lot of elevation changes. There's not much going on, and the river was just not lining up with the maps that I had. And then when I tried the mod for making the streets, it would make the streets, approximately, but then things were just going all over. It was harder to do that and fix it rather than just start from scratch. So as you can see here, I went through the map editor, and here I will switch over to the gameplay screen. So here's the map editor. As you can see, these are the highways, and I couldn't change the names. I want to change the names on here, but it wouldn't let me. So I'm hoping I can do that once we load the game up and start going through. But basically, here's the introduction. Here's what I have done so far. As you can see, we'll switch over to the real map. Here you go. And here, I'll probably make it easier to see if we switch over here. So we have these highways in. We have this highway in, as well as a little bit of this highway. There's also a train that runs. It was really hard to see on the map, so I had to almost use this. That's why I have this up, because we will probably be switching between the overlay and looking at this as we go through. But basically, there's a train that cuts this way. There's another train that I've yet to do, but we'll probably do that together. Just because it was very hard to see the train. This train, the train that cuts across basically just goes in a straight line across the city. The one that comes down does meander a little bit, and I'm not as familiar with it, so left that for the game. So basically, yeah, we've done that. As you can see, that's the highways, interstates, whatever. So I'm not gonna get into too much detail, just kind of showing you what I have done so far. What we'll do now is actually start the world, and the goal of today, hopefully I'm not running too much on time now. The goal is hopefully to have maybe 20-30 minutes today as a first episode, but hoping that we can at least start. So now that we have the highways, basically, the next goal moving forward is going to be the main arterial roads basically throughout the city, and hopefully getting some. There we go. We get that loaded. The main arterial roads and network of the city, and then once we have that, we can start building up some neighborhoods. So another thing that I should probably mention. Oh, this is not what I wanted to do. Okay, let's. In terms of oh yes, there's one thing I wanted to mention is that I am gonna start the game off with I will be starting the game off with unlimited the mods to have unlimited resources and unlimited money, and obviously all the milestones unlocked, just so we can buy all the plots, get our world started, because I kind of want to start in some of the corners of the city and kind of work our way down, and then hopefully we can then switch over to once we at least have a little bit of a start, we can switch over to turning off those mods, so we have to worry about the budget and monetary aspects of operating the city. So yeah, I'll be back once this is all loaded up. Alright, and we're back. Finally, the world has loaded up. There we go. There's our starting tile. I kind of tried to make this... Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise, but I tried to make this so it lines up with the highways. So, what we'll first start doing is turn on our overlay, and as you can see, the highways, the river, everything lines up perfectly. So now all we have to start doing is thinking of where we want to start. So we have unlimited money. I think what we will do is, I think I want to start up in this corner here, because there's less roads, and I think working down from a corner would be easier than working down from the center. So what I will do is I will buy out at least these lots for now. It doesn't really matter, but we'll just buy what we need for now, and then we'll go in here and let's see. Okay, so I want to get the lanes right. I'm guessing these are going to just be one lane either direction, but what we will do to make sure is I will pause this, I will switch over to this map screen, and then I will switch over to satellite. And Benjamin Road, where was this? This was Highway 85, so around here. Yeah, knowing it's a country road, it's probably gonna be one lane either way. It looks like this is the bend, yes. So this is Benjamin Road here, and this is Lobzinger line. So what we will actually start with, I think I want to start with this road here, which turns into Weber Street and runs through the whole city. So what I think I will do is actually start with this road and then branch those other side roads off. So this is going to be King Street up here, and then I'll show you where that is. I have both screens on mine, but I realize you can't see both. So I will start up here, and this is a one lane in both directions. There is a left turn lane here, so I will try to account for that. So let's get back into the game screen. There we go. So this is the little bend I was telling you about here. This is that King Street, and this is what turns into Weber Street. So one lane either way. I will start off at the edge over here. I guess it doesn't really matter because we can't really expand farther than that, I don't think. So I think maybe I'll just start at this intersection, even though yeah, okay, what we'll do here, and I might turn up the opacity a little bit of the overlay, just so I can see it a little better here. So we'll do that little bend, but I'm not gonna worry about this right now because I don't want to worry about the highway ramps for now. I have to also raise these. I just put the whole highways on the ground right now. So as we do the ramps and stuff, we're gonna have to raise it, make some bridges, this and that. So what I will start is with this Weber Street here, and I will actually name them. See, now I think I can rename them. Oh yes, there we go. Albert Street. That's funny because there is an Albert Street nearby there, but this will be King Street and North, and this will be Weber Street North here. Street North. So now as I make this street, it will maintain that name hopefully. And let's see here. Let's go straight line. Let's turn off some snapping. Sometimes this can be your friend or your enemy at the same time. It can make things a lot easier when you turn it off, but sometimes when you're trying to be symmetrical, it's nice to have it. So this also, I will worry about switching the intersections and making them more realistic after. I'm just going to draw the roads out as of now. This turns into a four-way along, yes, up here it turns into a 4-lane. So what I will do here is upgrade this. Boom. Yes, I think up to here. No, actually before that intersection, it does switch into a 1-lane. So there we go, and then it opens back up. And then from here on this, actually fun fact, they actually recently just redid most of this road, and I'm redoing it for them. Well, I wish it was this easy. All the potholes gone. But there we go. So we'll carve out Weber Street, just kind of follow it along the whole city. And once you kind of just follow a single road, and it just makes this process a little bit easier. And I would love to do more straight roads here. Let's see, I don't like this. I don't like that connection there. And then the good thing about having straight roads in these areas is just as the way the zoning blocks work out, like this is more satisfying than all these little broken up spots. But what can you do? I guess the world ain't symmetrical as much as you would like it to be. It's, you gotta do what you gotta do. So what the, I mean, I think that area does kind of connect weirdly like that, so I guess it's not that far off from reality. But I will kind of smoothen out. Oh, I know this is a bridge here. I think the LRT cuts through here. We'll worry about that also later, like transport, stuff like that. I'll just kind of work the alignment up a little bit. So I honestly don't really want to go into that much detail, because then I'm just gonna be spending way too much time. So it's just the perfectionist in me just wants to have it like perfectly line up, but I feel like that's gonna bite me in the bum if I try to do that. So yes, this bend is still a 4-laner. There's a school right there. This bend is also very, very sharp in real life too. So there we go. That should replicate. Yeah. There's a slip lane over here too. So what I will actually do for those slip lanes, do I have asymmetrical? 7-lane road, 4 lanes going. No, it's too much. It's too much. Do I have any of these? So the reason I want an asymmetrical, so it has one extra lane on one side, because this part right here is just a 2-lane, but over here there's a little bit of a slip lane to turn right. So I'm gonna, instead of making that slip lane and ramp, which is really annoying to do in this game sometimes, I'm just gonna make this an asymmetrical road and use the traffic mod here to turn that into a slip lane to turn right. I think that's what they're called, slip lane. I don't know why it sounds wrong. So flip it around, there we go, and then we'll turn that into a turning lane there. Turning lane, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. And then we'll go back to our handy dandy lame 4-way road. Now unfortunately they don't even have boulevards in the middle in the real city. Oh wait, do you not have sidewalks? Hold on. 4-lane road, parking space. Oh, okay, hold on. I made a mistake, guys. It's more of a sidewalk. Oh, there we go. This is actually more realistic. There we go. See, so things like that, I mean, they're not that big of a deal. It just, I don't know. It just, one extra layer. Oh wait, I gotta remember. Oh yeah, okay. We're good. There we go. And this is kind of more realistic to what it is now. You gotta also remember, if it's just parking and since this is a game, if I don't have sidewalks, people are not gonna walk. So I don't know if this will let people kind of use that road as for walking, basically. So thankfully we have a little straight lane. It goes straight for a while here. A little bit in here. But what we'll do is actually just connect it later. Just take advantage of this little straight way here. There we go. I guess that's not too much of a bend. Oh yeah, it does look. Screw it. We're gonna leave it as is and move on, because that's just gonna be too much nitpickiness. That it's gonna take just too much time. That corner though, it does bend a little bit more, so I will just there. That should look a little bit cleaner when it's all connected. Yeah, unfortunately, like, this is a game, and you want everything to line up perfectly and be symmetrical, but you're replicating a real city, and unfortunately, real cities don't always grow that way. So, there we go. And this actually, I believe, Weber Street, does it go? Oh, it goes under this. So a little underpass. It's probably gonna show it as a tunnel here, but like I said, I'm not gonna worry about that. It's just as long as we get the gist. We're passing the train tracks and we're coming back up. And then we'll come back. See, these are issues that we'll probably have in the game. Oh, that didn't even go underground. Oh, maybe it's an overlay thing. No, that did not go underground, it seems like. I believe it does start. See, these are going to be alignment issues I will have, because I do believe it does. There we go. Now it's tunneling. There we go. And then it does come back. Shoot. I'm gonna hit. How far do I need to go? Let's see. Slope is too steep. Oh, wow, I need to. Okay, I wonder. See, these are going to be little annoyances that we will run into here.
A few moments later.
Oh, you know what? They did raise the tracks a little bit. So maybe if we raise that, and then we drop the road down, we don't have to drop the road as much. Railways, rail transit. It's going to be here somewhere. Oh, do I not have them unlocked? What?
More moments later.
Oh, maybe I have to. Oh, I have to throw a train station in first. Okay. You know what? We do have a train station right here. So we don't do cargo over here. So I will actually just throw that train station and just try to align the tracks. So the train station, yeah. Well, there's there it is. There's a big symbol for it. Just in case you missed it. So, oh, look, the tracks are pulled back a little bit, like I said. See, some things, like, this lines up perfectly, because this literal block of Victoria Street, here, I will show you. This is exactly how much space the train station. I mean, there is more parking and stuff, but, like I said, game. And there we go. I might do some lands. Oh, shoot. I was going to say, I wanted to kind of raise the train station up because it is elevated a little bit. But then it's going to have problems connecting to the road. So, you know, challenges that we're going to kind of run into. But we're just going to make them work as best as we can. And, there we go. At least so it clears the street. I feel like that maybe didn't do too much. We'll see. Maybe I should pull it back to that side a little bit more. I did realize that this is also a bridge, so we were gonna have to run into the same problem again. So I'm gonna try to account for it while we do this part here. That part is actually the road goes over, so it might make it just that bit easier. Slope is gonna be too steep. Yep. Where is the cutoff here? Oh, right in the middle of the road, of course. Gotta love that. Okay, well, let's hope that just helps.
2 hours later.
I think the game was just trying to embarrass me because it literally took me 2 seconds off camera. I just started, and honestly, it looks more like the real thing. And it just kind of like dips in, pops out on the other side. And it lines up perfectly with Victoria. So, thankfully, I don't know, it wasn't that hard once I started on this side. So, there we go. There's our, finally, that one intersection. And I'll check how long we have been recording for now. So now that we're done that intersection, we will now just finish up. Hopefully we can finish up Weaver Street for today's episode. And hopefully I'm gonna maybe, I don't know how much roads I should do, maybe time-lapsed or off camera, or maybe I should do all on camera, just time-lapse all of them. Let me know what you think. I think I will do, for now, I'll time-lapse. So, I'm gonna time-lapse this next bit, finishing off Weaver Street. Okay, so we're now done Weber Street, which actually turns into King Street over here, and I need to fix this up because it actually turns into a one lane starting this intersection right here. So, oh, I just realized there's also a train that I'm gonna have to worry about once I get to here. But this is all just a one lane up until I believe right here somewhere. So, all one lane. Oh shoot, let me fix my highway. So now, what I'm gonna do now that I'm time lapse that, and then we're done this street. What I think I'm gonna do is actually, and oh, here's the dreadful. This took me so long. So, so basically our 401, if you're from the area, 401, or if you're not from the area, we have a highway that is the 401 that cuts across basically from Toronto across a lot of the cities that are in southern Ontario, like I've mentioned before. And then we have our highway 8 and 7 and 7-8. Bunch of names. So, this is 8, this is 7, and then this is 7-8 because they're technically together. But that highway is basically our intercity highway, as you can see. It cuts through west to east, and then from north to, from south to north, and then we also have part of this to the Highway 8 to connect to the major highway then. So, these interchanges were a pain because it's a unique interchange. As you can tell, they look very janky, but they got the job done. I don't know what is up with City Skyline. Like, if you want to do a highway ramp, it is the most annoying thing ever, and it doesn't really want to do what regular highway ramps do, which is like supposed to slant without taking up a lot of space. So like, look at this. It kind of shows up almost like an intersection. Like, that's not a ramp. That is an intersection. This, I guess, is more like it, but still. So, yeah, I was struggling to do those ramps, especially when they go over each other, highways, bridges, whatever. So, finally got it done. Oh yeah, let me change the names now that I can do these. Highway 401. And, oops, accidentally realized that I need numbers. And that will make my screen change. So get ready for another screen change. Starting now. There we go. So, and then we'll get you back. Oh, that did not change. So, you know what? I will worry about changing the names. I'm gonna go through off camera, change all the names of the highways and streets. But like I said, just for a little more fun on camera, this road is basically all set up. Let's see it without the. Yeah, it's so cool to see this slowly just coming along. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start building up neighborhoods here. So this is actually all farmland, probably gonna be developed from the looks of it, because there are some developments like on this side, ish, I think. So it's likely to be developed, and these are all just one lane. And oh yeah, we already did Weber here. Why did it? I swear I lined it up. Sometimes it's weird because I feel like I've lined things up pretty well, and then this thing is just shifting. And I didn't really change any of these, so I don't get what's going on. Like the river especially, I finished the whole river, and oh look, it's doing that again. I don't know if it's maybe like gameplay versus map customizations. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this is more better aligned than before. But anyways, we're not gonna get too into the nitty gritty. We'll see what we can do. But let's get started in this neighborhood here. This is Benjamin. This is probably gonna be a one lane here in either direction. Why does it... See, I have my snapping off and it sometimes wants to be stupid. Hello? I don't want it there, and I don't want it... I want it here. Yeah, whatever. We'll make that work. There's not a lot going on in this area anyways. So, straight roads. This is what I love about country roads sometimes. Just mostly straight roads for the most part. And this goes up to the edge here. I think this is honestly a little side road. So we will go check on the map. I mean, this is Martin Creek Road. Here, we'll jump into the map. Accidentally open my folders. Martin Creek. Martin Creek. I'm not sure why it's taking a long time to load. Okay. We should be up in here. Okay. So this is Benjamin. This is that Martin Creek Road, I believe. Township Road 35. Why? Well, that... Hold on, let me just hop back into the game. Just see how it lines up here. Martin Creek. There's no intersection. Okay. Yeah, that's the road. There's like a little bend. As you can see, there's a bend here that I'm not seeing in my layout, so I'm guessing it gets maybe cut. But the thing is, this is N. So I don't know. Maybe this is. Let me just double check here. Let's look at the map. Yeah, see, there's a neighborhood there. So that's the edge of Benjamin Road. This is farm. There's a little side road. That's the side road here. Oh. I don't think that road's showing up on the map, actually. But there is a dirt road that goes through here. I'm just going to switch. We're going to go on the regular map. And then we will switch this. Ooh, we want to switch it to satellite so it matches. Yeah, see. Oh, see? This is Martin Creek. This road was not showing up. So we'll switch back. I'm pretty sure it's just a dirt road. From satellite. Yeah, see? A dirt road. So we will give them just that. Is there just dirt roads? I swear there was just dirt roads here. There we go. 2-lane dirt road. So I believe, let me just double check. Okay. Before the major intersection. So I just want to see where that lined up exactly, and it almost lines up with let's go back in here. Lines up right next to that road, it looks like. So that's what we will do. And we will kind of, I think it kind of runs parallel to, oh yeah, it bends here and then it connects there. So actually I'm gonna just go back to my regular map and just zoom out here so I can just get a visual of the whole context of the area, and then we'll switch back here. Okay, so it connects here, which we will, you know what, we'll start a little intersection here, and then like that, bend it like it does on the map. It's a sharp, it looks like a sharp turn, so do that, and then do that, and then I will line. Yeah, it does kind of like cut up that way, so it does like go like that and like that. Wow, masterpiece right there. accuracy. Beautiful. So, what I'm gonna do actually, what I will do is I'm gonna, now that I've recorded, kind of seen the most method, I will build these roads and some of this neighborhood here, and then I'll call it for that. And then on the next episode, we will try to build up some of the infrastructure. So some of the water treatment, like all the infrastructure that's mostly needed, so we can get a city going and booming and start seeing some cars zipping around as we build the rest of the city. So that's it for today's episode, basically. I'll hope to see you on the next one.